Hey y'all, uh, working on the pumpkin patch and just kind of came out to check it out today and been working on the irrigation pump that I have. It's the pump motor's kind of old and I've been messing around with trying to get it to run right, but we'll show you that in a minute. But I wanted to show you, got a pumpkin patch that we're trying this year and haven't ever done it before, so it's kind of a trial. I grew a few small ones before and they didn't do that great, but for the most part, what I got here now is jack-o'-lantern style. So I'd like to get, if I can get a couple hundred pumpkins out of this and sell them, make a few bucks, who knows, pay toward my property taxes or something, or buy some beer or something. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what I got going on here, and I'll give you a real quick tour. Hang on. So we're in South Carolina, and I planted these mid-June. Again, these are jack-o'-lantern style. We'll see how they do, and they're different sizes right now because it just seemed to, maybe the depth I planted them was off. So you can see there's one there, and this one's giant. As a matter of fact, one of these, I think it's this one, is starting to get flowers on it, and so shouldn't be too much longer. Let's see, is it this one? No, not that one. But just sharing with you just what I'm using here with space wise. I'm doing this between the rows and kind of battling with the grass. I have to mow the grass between and then weed eat as best I can in between the plants so that they don't get taken over. So far so good. As long as I can keep up with it and it's no worse than this, I think we're doing okay. So we're starting to see some. Oh, here we go. Here's a flower just trying to start in there. See, right here. There's a couple of them. That's a good thing, right? Any others? These are all relatively robust. I don't know what they're supposed to look like this time of year, but they are getting about knee high. And there's some more flowers right here. Yep. So we should see some pumpkin on these. We got a lot of bees. Got a big old pile of sunflowers over there. It's attracting a lot of bees. So, and I got some neighbors over that way somewhere that have about 4 or 5 boxes of beehives. I'm not sure what you call them when they call them in boxes, but that's what they are, the beehives. So I'm going to give it a shot. Just kind of winging it, did a little reading, pretty much ignored everything I read. I don't know. But I did order good seeds. I think it was from Johnny Select Seeds, something like that. So I didn't just go buy stuff from Lowe's and stick it in the ground. These are designed to be bought by the hundreds of thousands for pumpkin farmers. So what can't go wrong, right? Anyway, check out my I got irrigation kind of jack-legged here. I got some tripods. I got a couple tripods here, and then cheap tripods don't seem to work. It works the best for me out here. Seems to be. Let's see. Hang on. Let me show you some of these. I know the sun's right in our eyes. These are starting to get droopy now, so I'm going to start collecting these heads and seeing if I can get some of the seeds out of them for maybe for next year. So we'll see. But these sprinkler heads right here, all I did is get these cheap. They're Orbit. I think they're like $8 or $10 a piece at Lowe's. I just made fittings, ran it down to a hose connection, which you can't see because of the weeds, and of course duct tape on these T-posts. This is all temporary, permanent, right? See how long it lasts, just kind of check it out, see if I want to keep doing this before I spend any serious money making these. But you know what, these work the best. These heads right here, they're plastic, but I bought a few extras and they work the best out of anything that I've had out here. I bought a bunch of really expensive tripods, $60, $70, and they don't spray as far. These things are really good. I mean, as far as how much they spray. So I got 6 heads on this system down here, and the stuff seems to be looking pretty good. I mean, if you look at the leaves, I'm not seeing any critters on them yet, but they feel good. They're thick. They're standing real tall. They have a good green, dark green to them. So everything I've read, if you see some yellow or starting to see holes in them and you're starting to get some kind of cucumber beetles and things, I'm looking forward to them. I'm pretty sure they'll wind up here at some point. And I'm trying to not spray anything, but I'm not going to let this whole thing get ruined by bugs. So let me show you my irrigation system. Got another video of how I built this irrigation system using a 2-inch trash pump you can get from Harbor Freight for about 250 bucks. I bought this one used for like 50 bucks off a guy at a dump who was about to throw it away, and it just needed to be cleaned up, and I got it run fine. So this is the second year with this pump. And you know, see, it's getting a little rusty and stuff, and I should cover it with a tarp, but this isn't convenient to my house. I mean, the house is just, you know, on the other side of the property, but there's a pond I got to go around, and you know, there's beer to drink and stuff, so I never really cover this thing up, but I do run it about every other day. And so what I've got here is this 2-inch trash pump runs about 2 hours on a tank of gas, so I fill that up and I run it till it runs dry, and that seems to be plenty of water. All my stuff seems to love it so far. So I've got that connected to a flexible exhaust, or whatever you call that line for your I'm totally brain dead right now, I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about. It's the flow for the water, and I've got it going into this manifold right here. And you can see this on another video, and all it is a bunch of PVC parts and valves, so I can control 4 different zones. So it works well. It necks down to 3/4, and all my hoses are 3/4, so I try to get as much volume as I can out of here. And then, of course, there's hoses running through my grass that I try not to run over, and it goes over way over there. And also my weed garden, not as in weed as in pot, just weeds. So anyway, this was a fail this year. I had some stuff going on, and I never did get to keep it weeded. See my dried out corn in there. It's full of snakes and bugs, and got a few ears of corn, but this was not, I was not a good farmer this year. So I'm hoping that the cooler weather will come and I'll get these pumpkins. Let me fire up the irrigation and we'll see how that works. Well, the irrigation pump works pretty good. I've run up to 9 heads on it before, and this is only 6 right here. It's doing good. So the plants seem to like it because it's coming out of that pond there. Really good nutrient-rich water. So far, so good. Later.